All right, all right, all right. Okay. You know it's serious when it's a video like this, right? Hey guys, what's going on? It's IRX Master, and as you can see, we are back and we are doing what your guys' favorite is just an update. I think one of the hardest things about this is because obviously you guys know what it's going to be about. Probably I'm going to be updating you guys on what is going to be changing, what's going to be coming up, and just where things are in general. But honestly, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a different spin on it. I think a lot of people think whenever I do like an update video or whenever I just do like a kind of like this style is where it'll just reset, right? And it's just like all the videos after that, it's just kind of like a kind of bit of a clickbait. But honestly, it's it's kind of like that, but at the same time it won't be. I think like the hardest thing is as me as a content creator for gaming side of things is that it's always changing. And I think one of the hardest things is if you're trying to make it as a gaming creator, you have to stick to one game or one niche. And honestly, that's definitely not one of my favorite things to do. I mean, because think about it. I mean, if you like to play a bunch of games, like just a variety of content, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, like all these big names, you want to play them and make content on each different one. Obviously, you're going to have different people from each different style and you're going to have them all mesh. But obviously, when you do, say, people like Cyberpunk and you start playing that, but then you switch to a bit different game, say Marvel Rivals, and then people like that, but then people leave because you left that other game. That's where that divide is. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, I'm trying to trying to also do that, but also I like to play variety games, and people, it's just not what they want. And honestly, it's kind of annoying. But I will say I'm going to be changing this a little bit because obviously I do want to play the popular games and get everybody onto this channel. But at the same time, I want you guys to subscribe for my personality. And I think I've gotten a lot of people's attention with that. I mean, I think the biggest series that I had on my gaming channel, in my opinion, has been Sonic Frontiers. That had to have been one of my favorites because not only was it the new game that came out and it was just like everybody started playing and reviewing it, but it worked because of my personality and me not knowing as much as of Sonic as everybody else did. It meshed perfectly because I went into this game blind, not knowing anything, and I think I had some of my favorite moments on there. I want to bring back that feeling. I want to bring that gaming style back, but also I want to bring back a little bit of just my personality and a little bit of a twist. I've also thought of this because I think one of my favorite YouTube gaming channels has to be FaZe Jev, and I really love his style because what he does is kind of what I want to go for. Because one, he brings his personality. He has like an intro. He talks about what game he's playing, and then he talks about how he feels about the game and everything's going. But then he'll switch it up to where he's talking about like his favorite things. And I think one of the things that it's interesting, but I don't follow it because I'm not like into it as much as like when he talks about UFC, just like fighting, he'll talk about who's fighting who. And I mean, I'm listening, but I don't get it. But it's nice to like hear him talk about something that he's passionate about. And I kind of want to bring that to this gaming channel a little bit. So I'm hoping that I can bring this kind of that personality style, but also keeping gaming as the main niche on this channel. With my next few gaming videos, I'm going to be experimenting a little with just the way that I edit, with the way that the videos just kind of flows, but then also how the game is presented. Because I mean, I'm going to bring up FaZe Jev again, and where he does his videos, sometimes he'll do it where like he's playing Dark Souls or some other game, but then sometimes it's just a different video where he titles it completely random, but then he'll have the game on the side, but also talk about something that's going on. I think like the biggest things that he's talked about obviously is like Call of Duty. He'll title something and then he'll bring in, talk about Call of Duty while playing it. And he'll kind of bring like his thoughts and his impressions on it. And I feel like I can pull that off a little bit, but I also don't want to be like, hey, like a wannabe or whatever. I think that's where I can kind of excel with my personality because one, I would have my own opinions on things, but also I can be able to bring in just that funny content that I like to have as well, because I know that a lot of people like my gaming videos and some things that I do because I don't know most of the stuff about the game. And I think if I just talk about random things and play this random game, I think it works. So I think that's where I'm going to be switching things up. I'm going to be making this content more about my personality, but then also still having games that you guys enjoy as well. So expect a lot of different games, like random games, because I do have a lot of games that I've wanted to play, you guys have requested. I have a lot of them, but I don't know where to start. Because, hey, I could start playing Marvel Rivals, for example. I could start playing other games, but it'll be different, right? Like, because it would just be a different type of content that I wouldn't post. So we're going to have to switch things up. But hey, I am super excited about all the games and stuff that I have coming out, because I do have a lot of new games, but I have a lot of older games that I do want to start playing. And I think what I want to do is each video, it's going to be a different game, but at the same time, I'll switch up like different games each video, because I think what I've noticed is, I think the best example that I had recently was Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. Like, the first video did really good. A lot of people liked it. But then after each video I posted, it just kind of tanked. And honestly, I think that's kind of where I'm realizing why my channel would work really well with variety content, because I can make a video on one game and it would do really well. And if I were to just keep doing that with a million other games that they have out, I feel like I could go somewhere with gaming on this channel. But then also, if people really like one game that I'm playing, I can have goals to be like, hey, if this video gets this amount of likes, I'll keep making videos on it. But if it doesn't, then it's on to the next one. And that is pretty much with gaming content. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of new games that come out. For example, Marvel Rivals. Everyone's playing that game. But then think about the games that they were playing before, right? Obviously, they were playing Call of Duty or Overwatch or just other games, but now they've switched. So you obviously gotta think, if I keep on one game, I'm gonna switch off it eventually. So I might as well bring another game on before that, right? But hey, I'm excited because I do have a lot of games listed that I want to just start playing. And a lot of you guys probably haven't heard of some of these games, and I would like to bring a lot of them to your attention, because not only I can review them and kind of talk about them, but then I can be more honest about them, because obviously for gaming content, people want honest reviews about games and their opinions, right? They want to like talk about it, because obviously, for example, I have some games like Exoprimal. A lot of people don't know about that game, and I could bring my honest reviews of what is good about it, what's not good, but also if you guys would enjoy it, because obviously it used to be a pretty big game, and now it's just kind of like, it's kind of average, and like it's got a good player count, but I like to play it. So I mean, maybe if you guys would, I mean, I think it would be a good shot. Anyway, I think this is just a good little update, just to kind of let you guys know that things are going to be looking up from here. I am going to kind of take more time into just like constructing content and getting back into the groove, because I want this channel to succeed, and I want it to grow. And I think a lot of people like my personality with it. And if people want me to stream, I can stream. It would just be weird. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you smack the like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more. Then subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.